Hi, this is pbaumgarten and welcome to my latest project, a browser-based Python learning environment for teachers and students alike. Let me show you how it works. Firstly, I will log in as a teacher, and the first time you log in, you have the opportunity to set up your two-factor authentication app, or you can skip it. And you're immediately presented with a view of your students. Exercises works. So once you log in, you are immediately presented with your teacher dashboard where all of your core functionality will exist. So we have a students tab, a my exercises, workspace, discover, collections, and your school settings. In the students tab, we can add students individually. We can import from a CSV file, or what I'm probably going to use myself most often is generate a class link. So I can post this onto Google Classroom and students can then follow that link and create their own account. We can create classes, so create a new class and to organize your students into their different classes, and then you come into your class settings and select any individual student that you're wanting to take a look at. So we can see here that James, I can update his key settings, I can reset his password if needs be, and then I can see his progress through the different exercises that I have assigned to him. If you want to create any exercises yourself, you can come in to the My Exercises tab and just click on New Exercise. We have the title. The Publish button means it becomes viewable by teachers from other schools and that they can then import this exercise and assign it to their own students. Or you keep that unticked to keep it private. Description, the instructions for your students, what do they need to code, and then hints. Students receive more XP points for being able to solve problems without opening the hints. So the system keeps track of how many hints they open up. You can select whatever tags are appropriate for this exercise and then give them some starter code here. The system will then auto grade the student achievement either through input-output simulation, so inputs and print statements, or you can write function call style unit tests. Now, if you are not confident to write your unit tests yourself, there's a few different options here. There's a wizard that will guide you through where you can just type in the inputs that you want to feed it and the expected output that it will generate. You can create as many of those as you need, or you can use the LLM to generate, or if you want to write your own unit test code, you can. Personally, I just use the LLM to generate, or and then if there's any extra instructions you want to give the LLM, and then it can, you click it and it will generate the tests, and then it'll show you what it comes up with. And you can click create exercise. In terms of using the LLM, all you need to do to set that up is in school, come down to LLM service, select the service that you use and paste in an API key. That will enable that service for you, for any teacher accounts from your school. So the LLM is shared amongst all the teachers. The other thing I should also just note with that is, you can also use the LLM to generate the entire exercise as well, by using the AI generate button. The workspace is where you see any programming projects of your own that you've created, not linked to an exercise. So if I just say hello, that will now take me to an editor where I can type some code and run it. So what is your name? Mr. Baumgarten. Okay, and it has run that sample code there. I can create new files, I can upload files, including small binaries, and execute those in here. Once I save it, I can return to the dashboard, and I will see that I now have the Hello project there in my workspace. In the Discover tab, you can find all the exercises that already exist in the system, that the ones that I have imported or that have been shared by other teachers, and you can import them into your My Exercises section, or assign them direct to your class from here. So if I select a couple, I can add it to a collection, and then from the collection I can assign them to my classes. So if I import FizzBuzz, for instance, I can see everything is there, and so it gives me an opportunity to edit it before importing it into my set of exercises in case I want to modify it, come up with my own version. And then I can practice it and demonstrate on screen in front of my class, working through how to do this kind of exercise. I can see the hints that are available to the students, and run some code. So if I run the test right now, all right, I've gained an achievement, but you can see here that all the tests have failed because this is not a working FizzBuzz solution at the moment. All right, let's go back. So that's the Discover, and then Collections is where I can create groups of exercises to then assign to classes at a time. So let's log in as a student and see what that looks like. Right, so now I have logged in as Sophia, and I can see that this student, they're seeing their class leaderboard. This student is top of the class leaderboard based on number of XP points and exercises completed. You can hide this class leaderboard if you don't want that aspect of the website. And then we can see here all the various exercises that this student has completed. And then any personal projects they've got, so if I scroll to the end, would appear down the bottom here, along with their XP achievements. They can then go on and discover any exercises for themselves as well. So if this student wanted to use it to create one of their own personal programming projects, so we've got the sample code here. If I just save and exit that, we'll see that after all the exercises, there's a section then for personal projects as well. Okay, so these are not linked to exercises, so there's no unit tests associated with it. So let's have a go at the student experience of completing an exercise. So if I come down here and we just choose something nice and simple, arithmetic, evens or odds. All right, let's open it up. Given an integer, output even or odd as appropriate. All right, so here's some sample code, and we can see here that when I run the tests, it says I failed a couple of checks. All right, provided an 8. Now, some of the pre-populated tests are not providing their expected details correctly. So the test has a name, and then it shows the provided result and expected result. So some of this needs fixing up, but you can see there, okay, so the even test didn't pass, the odd test did pass, and the 0 test did pass. So if I just change that to even, run the tests, it works. And then I can return to the dashboard. So Sophia now has a 1-day streak, and if we scroll down to the very bottom, we can see all of Sophia's achievements so far, all the various XP that have been earned and are still waiting to be earned. And now if we go back to the teacher view, we can look at Sophia and we can see the work that Sophia has done. right, and all the various XP that Sophia has earned. And if I find that exercise even or odds, I can look at the files. So I can either just open it up like here, or I can open it into an editor and actually see the work that Sophia has completed, and I can make changes and leave comments in code, or I can leave a comment here for Sophia as well. Great job. Right, and Sophia will see that when she is in her IDE as well. Right, that's a quick little tour of my coding platform. Still a few rough edges to be ironed out, but it's coming along, and I look forward to your feedback as we keep going. Thank you very much. Bye.